Rumors abound that COMC is shutting down. Let's talk about it. Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. Convenient timing today. So I have 3 items, including a COMC shipment that I wanted to talk about today. And then last night, Eric from those back pages posted on Twitter that he heard it from a reliable source, or I don't remember what he said, that COMC is struggling, and this is on Twitter, and might be shut down by Q2 of 2026. And at the same time, I don't know, 3 or 4 COMC employees were tweeting that they had been let go by COMC. They were no longer employed by COMC, which presumably meant that COMC had gone through some layoffs. And so the rumor mill hit big time, and people started talking about pulling their cards out of COMC and pulling their money out of COMC. And I, just to say up front, I have a vested interest in COMC's success because I have hundreds of cards with them. I have money there at COMC from card sales. I also have about 150 cards on the way to COMC to sell. And so I do want COMC to succeed for my own purposes, but I also want them to succeed because it's a really good platform and it's good for fanatics to have competition. That's just, I hope COMC succeeds, and I also think that they will. Here's the thing. These people who are tweeting, it made up I think I saw 4 people tweet that they were out of work at COMC. And after further research, it actually appears that while the top 2 of these are real, the bottom 2 are not, or may not be. They seem like they were just joking or trying to jump in on the trend. I don't know why. So maybe only 2. And that sent shockwaves through the industry. So I went and I Googled, how many employees does COMC have? Thinking, based on this, it's got to be 6 people. And 2/3 of them have been let go. Well, they're not going out of business, but they have over 200 employees. And I looked at several different sources. LinkedIn says they have 200 to 250 employees. And then some other sources that Google Gemini, I think it is, the AI response from Google, comes up with. It says that the last known number from 2025 was 217 people. So if 4 people are publicly saying they lost their job, there are probably some more. Layoffs happen. Layoffs happen at every company. And that does not mean that the company is going bankrupt, that they're out of business. COMC has increased prices for sellers and buyers this year. That does not mean that they are in financial disarray. Now, I don't know. Eric of those back pages isn't sharing his source. I know Eric's fairly well plugged in, I think. He's also a smart guy. He's not sharing his source. He's not giving any more details as far as I was able to see. But, when people leave an employer on bad terms, whether it be through a layoff or of their own volition, they tend to say things about that employer because they're upset. I know when I left my last employer 11 years ago, it was my choice to leave, but it was because they weren't paying me what I felt I deserved. And I didn't want to leave. And I was bitter about it. And I latched onto every negative thing about that company I could. And whenever somebody would say to me, "Did you hear about this thing that's happening with this person or this department? Did you hear about this?" I'd be like, "Ha, see? Told you." But they've done fine since then. I left. The company didn't crumble. Nothing. It's human nature to say negative things about a company you left on bad terms with. Even if I wouldn't say I necessarily left on bad terms with my employer, probably in reality I did because I didn't want to leave. And they just wouldn't pay me what I knew I was worth. And I'm guessing, and I have no inside information. I don't know a single employee at COMC. I've never even spoken with anybody at COMC. I don't know anybody there. Couldn't even tell you their CEO's name. But I don't believe. Do I think that they're in financial trouble? Maybe. A lot of smaller companies can go through periods like that. Layoffs for us, for humans, for the employees, are a bad thing. They hurt. They're difficult to go through. For a company, they can signal a new future. If COMC were a public company and they announced that they laid off a certain percentage of their employee base, their stock may have actually gone up. Wall Street loves a layoff. It's just they see it as becoming more efficient, more streamlined, less expensive. And so I wonder, is the layoff actually bad for COMC, or is it actually a good thing? Could they become, you could also wonder, are they also switching to more AI customer support, things like that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about the situation. I'm just thinking about what this could mean for the company. I'm very sorry for these people who were laid off, especially right at Christmas, Thanksgiving, right at the holidays. You're laying people off, which I think sucks, quite frankly. I know why companies do it, but it sucks. Let's jump into my mail day because I feel like there's some fun stuff in here. This is actually the COMC package here. And they put each card in a top loader, which, I mean, that feels like that could save them a little bit of money. Not significant, though. Okay, so this is a weird one. Romy Gonzalez had a really nice year with the Red Sox. Last year, I sold his rookie card, this very one right here. This orange number to 25. You can see the number there on the back. I sold it for, I don't remember the exact number. I know I tweeted this out a few months ago, but I'm not going to remember off the top of my head. But I want to say I sold it for $19 on COMC. And then when he started having a really good year, I was like, didn't I have a Romy Gonzalez rookie card when he played for the White Sox, and didn't I sell it? So I went and I looked, and I had sold it for $19. And I went and looked, and the same one was up for sale for like $4. So I sold it for $19, bought it back for $4 or $5. Screech. I was a huge Saved by the Bell fan as a kid. Huge. All right, we have Peyton Tolley, Red Sox prospect, who came up and made a massive start. So this is a fun story. Right before his start, I bought this for $27. It shot up to like, I want to say $100, $150 after that first start. And now it's much, much lower. But that's okay. I want first Bowman autos of Red Sox players. Here is maybe the best Topps card. I love 2003 Topps. This is the blue number to 699. There's the number on the back. And this will go in a penny sleever one touch. I'm going to go grab a penny sleever one touch because I forgot to get one before. Boom. They look great in one touches, and they will go on my wall. I'll take a picture of this afterwards, and I'll put it in here. Okay, next up, a lot of Red Sox refractors. I've been loving these. Here is a Nomar production line Donruss, and you don't see, like, my lighting in here doesn't really give you the refractory effect, unfortunately, but this is numbered to 534, which was a lot for some Nomar cards. 1997 Donruss. Another one that will go in a one-touch. Penny sleever. Use my code JWH2025 for 10% off your first order at thepennysleever.com. Here's another great-looking Nomar refractor. Let's see if I can get any light to refract on this. No, you can't because of my lighting in here. What a shame. It is a great-looking... you can kind of see it there. Yeah. Great looking card. Nomar refractor, another that'll go in a penny sleever one touch. But wait, there's more. Nomar Stadium Club refractor, and this is from 2000. So I'm beefing up my Nomar refractor collection. Red Sox only. Do not want Dodgers. Who else do you play for? The Cubs? Don't want them. And another Stadium Club Chrome refractor of Nomar. Can we get it to refract? Yeah, we kind of can. Last one from the COMC package, and these were very inexpensive. Here is a 2004 Nomar Chrome. Not numbered, I don't think. It's gold. Yeah, very cool. I love it when players that you believe in come up and they struggle, because you can then get their, and this is a refractor. It's numbered to 499. Christian Campbell. How do I get this to refract here? I gotta have it hit the light just right. Christian Campbell, rookie refractor auto, numbered 499. I think he can be good. But because he really struggled and then spent the rest of the year in AAA, his cards got really, really cheap. And I got this at an insane bargain. Another one-touch card. My first Manny Ramirez refractor. This is a 2004 Bowman Chrome. It's so funny that I have to do this just to get it to refract. But there it is. That's nice. That's it. Let me know what you think about COMC. I hope they don't end up going out of business. I really don't think they're going to. Within the next few weeks, I think I should have a bunch of cards, including slabs, that have been added to COMC. I will do another video when that happens. Hopefully my lighting was a little better today. I got a lot of criticism for my lighting yesterday. The funny thing about this is that as I sit here in my office with my window open and plenty of light in here, it feels like the lighting is just right. But then when I watched that video back afterwards, I was like, yeah, I get it. Most of the criticism was good-natured. Some of it, not so much. But I appreciate constructive criticism always. It helps make me better. Thanks you guys for watching. I'll see y'all soon.